Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Hello, everyone. My name is Jeline Fisset. I'm a wife, a mom of four kids, and an online business mentor. So, for those of you following my page, thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. And I'm hoping that I'm providing value to you guys and learning more about the online space, how to earn online. So, today I'm very excited because I am so honored and grateful that this beautiful mama is joining us today for this Mompreneur interview. So, without further ado, I would like to introduce to you guys Mrs. Judith Isioma Smith. Hi, Judith.
Hi, thanks so much for having me. I'm so honored to be here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hi, everyone. For those who are going to watch the replay too, hello. Yes, my name is Ishioma, and I'm also in Canada, same town actually as
Same town.
Evangeline. I'm a mom of two, a 4 year old and a 5 month old.
Mhm.
And I have been doing this online business now for 3 years. I
3
started
years.
just before COVID, and it's been an amazing journey. So I'm really looking forward to sharing with you guys today. I'm so excited too. Thanks for having me.
No, thank you. The pleasure is really mine and for everyone. I hope it can be a blessing to someone today. So
Mhm.
yeah, I would love to get to know you because you are one of our successful leaders in the community. You've been managing a huge team now, and yes, you are from the same town as me. We're more from Fort St. John.
Yeah.
So yeah, so it's I'm so grateful that she took the time. I know she's busy and it's Sunday today too, so it's usually family day. So I'm so
Mhm.
grateful that she allowed us to interview her today. Anyway,
Oh.
so moving on. So we'll let you know what her story is. So Judith, who was Judith before you found the online business, and what did you see in our community that convinced you that this is something that you want to pursue compared to your other ventures before?
Mhm. Yes, that's a great question. Thank you for that. And it can be a long answer
Yeah,
too.
go ask.
So the thing is, for me, let me first tell you how I came across this business. It was
Mhm.
through a friend of mine who you know as well.
Yes.
She had been posting on her Facebook for a while, and I've been seeing her post. My online business is awesome, and I never bothered to ask what it was about because at the time I was focused on a different online business. When you hear
Mhm.
of online business, there's so many aspects
So
to having
many.
an online business, right? So for me, I had an e-commerce store. So just to keep it simple, think of Amazon, right? You go to
Mhm.
Amazon to go and shop, right? So I had a store like that online where I had goods, pictures of it, for people to buy and all that. And so I was focused on building that. And after I'd done that for a couple of years, I realized that, well, I was putting in a lot of time, a lot of effort, and the kind of results I was getting, it wasn't mind blowing. It wasn't like what
Yeah.
we have in this particular business that we're talking about today. And so I kept on searching for something. And let me talk about my why now, because why was I even trying to have a side hustle? Why was I even trying to have a business? I used to work in the manufacturing industry. I do have an engineering background. And so when I came to Canada, it was kind of difficult to get a job based on my skill set.
Mhm.
A lot of companies were always asking for Canadian experience. So I said, okay, well, you're not going to give me a job. So how do I get a Canadian experience?
Yeah.
Right. So I'm sure a lot of immigrants can relate to that. So I said, okay, I'm going to go do something related to my field somehow and then, kind of build my way up. Right.
Mhm.
And so the nature of the job that I got was such that I had to work night shifts, uh, 12 hours, day shifts, 12 hours. I would switch between day and night within the same week. So it was crazy.
Yeah.
At the time when I started that job, I was single. I was not married. I didn't have any kids. So it was fine. I was just looking after basically myself, right? But when I started a family, I realized, okay, this just wasn't going very well. And so
Mhm.
I guess for me, with starting a family, becoming a mom, that basically made me reprioritize my goals. That okay, I want something that would give me that time flexibility to be able to be present for my, my kids. At the time I only had one kid, but I was thinking of the future, that hey,
Yeah.
if I do have more kids in the future, I don't want to have to be dealing with, this kind of work schedule, and then my growing family. So I
Mhm.
started looking for something to do. So that was why I started the other side hustle, and I did venture into other hustles as well. But again, they weren't
Successful.
very profitable. They weren't very lucrative.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
well, one day, while all this was going on, I saw my friend's post online, and she said, hey, my skeptical sister just joined my business. And I'm like, oh, if your skeptical sister just joined this business, that means there must be something about it, right? So let me go check it out. So that's when my journey started. I went and I watched the webinar, and wow, I was blown away. And I think because of my already previous experience
Experience.
or exposure to the online space, it made me really, really appreciate what we have in this platform, because everything that I was basically doing myself in the other
Yeah.
business was already done for me here. Talk about like designing a website. I was doing that before. I didn't have to deal with that here. Talk about like handling like storage of products and shipping to
Inventory.
customers and all those logistics. I didn't have to deal with that here.
Yeah.
Plus the training and support that I got from our community. I was like, man, why am I wasting my time with this other business venture? Oh, I forgot to mention, of course, the returns, the money that I was saying.
Yes.
That was a big motivation. I saw that this one had the potential to quickly replace my income from my full time job, and so that became my goal. That okay, I'm going to work on this business, build it to the point where it would replace my income from my job. Then I can leave my job and then stay home with my kids while having this business. Because to be honest, I actually didn't want to just stay home without having any source of income to contribute to the household.
Yeah.
So that's my story. That's kind of where I came from, and I can tell you for the last 3 years that I've been doing this, it's the best decision that I've made. In my life, besides maybe getting married and having kids.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that is so that's inspiring because yeah, a lot of people I actually personally tried affiliate marketing to other stuff too before, and you're so right. Like now I appreciate what we have because we have an all-in-one package. It's so
Hmm.
crazy because with others you have to pay training, you have to build the website yourself, and
Hmm.
there's no support, there's nothing at all. So with
Yeah.
us it's very, especially the community, right? It's just so amazing,
Yes.
it's amazing, positive,
Hmm.
like-minded, dream getter, go getter people. So it's
Hmm.
amazing. So yeah,
Yeah.
and you have two beautiful kids, you have an engineering background, you mentioned. So are there any whys, the reasons why? I know that you're an immigrant from Nigeria, right?
Hmm.
So are you helping family members to back home, or your mom is here? Her mom is so
Yes.
lovely
Yes.
too.
Yes.
So they're so friendly. When I met them recently, they're just the most beautiful, so sweet.
Thank
So
you. Thank you.
so yeah. So any other reasons or whys aside from your immediate family?
Yes, yes, yes. Actually, thanks to this business, right? Like now I have my parents here, just like you were saying, you met my mom, and they're not just here visiting, like they're
Yeah,
here permanently. And I mean, you can already imagine how difficult it is to immigrate ordinarily
yeah,
yourself, right? Not to mention now bringing other family members as well. So thanks to this business, I've been able to do that. And there's so many other projects here and there that we had been thinking it would take so many years for us to be able to afford to do them just from our salary.
yeah.
Like last summer now we did some renovations on our home, which cost
A
tens of
lot.
thousands of
Yeah,
dollars, which we wouldn't be able to pay for except we go take a loan from the bank, which we didn't want
yeah,
to do, but we're able to pay for that without, feeling any pressure or anything like we can't, oh, now we've done this, we can't do this. No, it wasn't like that. So this business definitely gives, I guess, that freedom. You talk about
yeah,
financial freedom, not having to basically live from paycheck to paycheck. That's what this business has provided. I mean, besides the financial benefit, because yes, when you start a business, you're thinking about, oh, how much money can I
How
make,
much
right?
money? Yeah.
There are also personal benefits that this business has brought to me. Before now, and it's funny because when I talk to people now, they're like, "Oh, I'm not a social media person." I'm saying this because I just talked to some lady just about an hour
Yeah.
ago, and she's like, I'm not really a Facebook person, so I don't know if I want to do this." So I'm like, you know what? I wasn't a social media person as well. People see me now and think that, oh my God, you must be a trained presenter or
Yeah.
something. But no, I wasn't always like this. I was the person who would come on Facebook to stalk other
To
people
some people. Yeah.
to see what's going on. But I
Yeah.
would never, ever post anything about myself. I had my picture, like my profile picture was on there for like over 6 years. I never changed it. That's to tell you that I wasn't active either on social media. But, coming into this business, seeing the community, seeing the fact that social media is not just for entertainment. I mean, yes, you can get entertained from it, but you can also actually use it as a tool to
Yeah.
generate revenue, and seeing other people just like myself in the community who also were, let's say, social media shy, right? And they were able to do this, that inspired me to basically come out of my comfort zone, right? And so, I mean, I would say, besides the financial benefits of the business, just growing as a person, being more confident,
Yeah.
um, has is definitely a big plus, in that, in personal or soft skills, personal development of soft skills. And the other thing too is my mindset, right? I maybe you might be able to relate with this, because I find a lot of people who immigrate, from different countries, tend to have this common mindset. We are raised to believe that the way to succeed in life is to go to school, get a degree,
Yeah.
and when you graduate, you get a good job, and then you work till you die, or you work till you
Yeah.
retire
So with that.
and have only a few years to enjoy life.
Yeah.
But starting this business made me realize there's actually more to life than that. I'm not saying that, if you love your job, that you should leave your job. No, we
Yeah.
definitely need people to still do their jobs in different
Yeah.
capacities, right? But what I'm saying is, this business has made my mindset like open up,
Open.
expand, to realize that, okay, actually, I don't have to work till I'm 65 to retire, for the person who still wants to work, right? You can
Yeah.
decide to retire by 50 or something, or 55, retire early and spend more of your golden years enjoying time with your family, right? So, just so many things that you can't touch it like money, like in terms of mindset, personal development. This business has definitely brought. And then, of course, the community, getting to
Mhm.
connect with like-minded people that I would never have otherwise met if not for this business opportunity. So now I can go to any country really, and there's
Mhm.
somebody there that I could meet up with, have coffee with, because we share something in common through this business community. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's amazing. I totally agree. I came from the Philippines too. I'm originally from the Philippines, so I never see myself as an entrepreneur before. I'm always scared. I was like, I don't think I can do this. But later on through this business, it made us really think and open our eyes to great possibilities. That's why
Mhm.
recently I've been sharing it to a lot of my family members and friends. And before, I'm so like wishy-washy about it. It's like,
Mhm.
I don't
Mhm.
know. But lately I've gained the confidence to fully believe in our system, to fully believe in this business. And it's
Mhm.
important, right? Because last
Yeah.
year I was like, I don't know. I doubted myself. I doubted the business at the same time, until I fully realized, when I compared my experience being an
Mhm.
affiliate marketer from other stuff before. It is, we have like a gold mine in our
Gold
business.
mine,
Yeah.
absolutely. Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
no. And it's funny, like a segue to my next question, because I was rewatching your sharing in one of our masterminds. And
Oh.
I was like, I didn't know she was introvert before. Like, because I saw your post on Facebook page as you were doing TikTok, you were dancing, you were like, I can't believe just an introvert. So it's so exciting to see your
Mhm.
growth in this
Mhm.
business. And I'm
Yeah.
just curious because I've talked to some other moms too who are interested, but they're like
Mhm.
just so scared to be on social
Mhm.
media. So what
Mhm.
did you do specifically? Some practical tips that maybe they can apply in
Mhm.
overcoming that fear of. being out there?
Good question. It wasn't easy, and now, for right now, I'm not gonna say that, 100% of the time, like, I'm an extrovert or something. No. But I guess when you have, something that, when you have a goal, right, that you're trying to achieve in your personal life, it can, and that becomes like a pain point for you,
Mhm.
right? And you see that, okay, this is a solution. You just got to ask yourself, okay, I have the solution, it's right on my fingertips, which in this case was this business, right? I want to be successful in this business. And then I have this pain point, which, at the time was, I want to get out of my job as soon as possible.
Yeah.
How do I get here? Well, guess what? I started seeing all this inspiration that you cannot grow in your comfort zone. In order to achieve your dreams, you've got to push yourself, take a risk, see what happens. I mean, if you still come out alive, then do it again,
Yes.
right? So it was one step at a time for me. I always share this story that, when I came into the business, I realized, okay, I have to post videos online, and I tried for as long as I could to avoid doing that. Now,
Yeah.
I'm not saying that, videos are a must to succeed, because there are so many other ways that you can grow your business. But for me, I decided that, you know what, I'm going to give this a shot and see what happens, right? And to be honest, like I said, I try to avoid putting myself out there, putting my face online. But then I realized, the moment that I just gave it a shot, just one try, I was like, one try won't kill me, one try won't hurt me, right? What's the worst that would happen? Maybe somebody will
Yeah.
laugh at me, ha ha ha, look at you fooling yourself online. But that did not even happen.
True.
That didn't even happen. Instead, people started commenting and complimenting me, just like you're saying that, oh, this is not the Ishioma that we used to know. What's going on? And that kind of basically helped boost my morale. I was like, okay, this wasn't so bad. Maybe I can try again. Right. So it's just, you just take it one step at a time, and basically let your why,
Mhm.
drive you. So for the mom who is watching this and really wants to do something, maybe for you, maybe you're like me, you want to spend, those time with your kids, maybe you have a growing family. Well, guess what? Put that in front of you every day and say, oh, how am I going to achieve this goal? Right. And let that drive you to come out of your comfort zone. Because listen, if you're doing the same thing you've been doing last year, this year, you do it again next year, and it's actually not taking you closer to your dreams, that's just time whiling away, time wasting away, when you could have actually taken, that step to actually transform your life. And that was kind of the mindset I had. I was like, okay, when I looked at what I'd been doing the previous years, it wasn't really getting me closer to my goals. And ever since I started this business, I'm so grateful. When I look at my life 3 years ago versus where
Mhm.
I am now, totally different, totally different. Now I wake up whenever I want.
Yeah.
I basically am the boss of my own time, right? So I plan my day the way I want, and I still earn from the comfort of my home. So definitely, if you have a serious goal, except you're
Mhm.
not serious about what you say you want, but if you're actually serious about it, then push yourself out of your comfort zone and go for those goals.
Yeah, beautifully said. That's perfect how you said it. Because me personal too, the last year I've been like I told you, I'm wishy-washy about the business yet until I finally made a decision. You know what? This other people are making five, six, seven figures, and I'm here
Hmm.
just playing it safe. And when I started coming out of my comfort zone, doing more interviews, talking to people, reaching out to others, that's when the magic slowly happening. It's so
Hmm.
crazy. Like you thought
Yeah.
I've been delaying doing that stuff because I think, you know what, I'll just post a little or something. But then when I look at the pages of the successful leaders in our community, they're just,
Hmm.
they're giving value to people, they're connecting. And that's what's important too. And you also think about others. You don't just think about yourself, right? You're not
Yes.
in this business just to earn money, get a commission, but you're thinking about how can I help this person. So I
True.
think that's an important mindset to have too. Because when you're focused on yourself, you tend to be so selfish and things are not happening as fast. But when you think about others, that's when things really, really change. So
Yes.
yeah,
Yes.
so
Absolutely.
Yeah, I love what you said because I know. So, what would you like to tell moms who are, you actually touched on a little about this, who are financially struggling or wants to make a change, but are skeptical in this online business, if this online business will work for them?
Well, how would you ever know if it's going to work if you don't try?
Yeah.
Right? I posted a quote, I think it was last week, and I love that quote so much. I'm just gonna tell you guys. It says the cave that you're afraid to enter holds the treasure that you seek. If you
Oh,
don't go into the cave, how
yeah.
would you know that there's treasure there? How would you even find the treasure? So you might, stay at a distance and be skeptical, but guess what? You're still facing the financial struggles.
Yeah.
You still haven't had that breakthrough that you want, right? The skepticism doesn't get you closer to your results. It just actually holds you back, holds your own progress back. And I always tell people, make sure you're not your own enemy of progress. I don't know, are you a Christian?
I'm Catholic. Catholic.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
Christian.
but I don't know if the people who are watching this are Christians, but the way we pray, at least back home when from Nigeria, like
Yeah.
we usually have a more um vivacious kind of prayers,
Yeah.
right? And we're praying, oh God, please do not let my enemies of progress get to me because I want to progress, right? But
Mhm.
sometimes we are actually our own we're actually our own enemy of progress, standing in our own way because we're analyzing and over analyzing and being skeptical of something that we haven't even tried, right?
Mhm.
And especially in a scenario where you see everyday people just like yourself talking to you about this, why would you remain skeptical, right? It's a matter of you coming to see for yourself and then giving it a shot by taking action and then giving it your best, taking advantage of the resources, the training that we're going to provide to you. Because guess what? It's the same resources, it's the same training that the 6 and 7 figure earners are having that you're also going to have access to.
Yeah.
So
That is
it's a
so
matter of switching that mindset and realizing that if you continue to do the same thing over and over again, you're not going to get different results. In fact, you should not expect to get different results. You need to try something different. You need to get out of your comfort zone, like I've been saying. You need to take that risk. That's the only way that you can actually achieve that freedom that you desire, achieve that goal that you desire. But continuing to brew in your own mindset and say, but what if I try and I fail? How would you even know? Okay, what if you try and you succeed, right? Well, you would never know unless you actually come in and take a look and get started. So I want
yeah.
to encourage you, if you're watching this and you're skeptical and your situation hasn't changed since you've been being skeptical, it's time to wake up. It's time
Yeah.
to wake up and it's time to move forward.
Yeah.
Okay. I know in our community, when you come into our community, you will see a lot of people who were skeptical about this opportunity at first. I remember one story that comes to my mind is this lady who she had actually watched the webinar. She paid, for her registration package, got into the community, and then blocked her coach. That's how skeptical she was. She blocked her coach, like, oh
Yeah.
my God, you guys are scammers, you
Yeah.
know? But I don't know what touched her. I think she said she went back to go and do some more research and some more digging or something. And she
Mhm.
came back. And today, she's one of the top earners in the community. You
Hmm.
see, you see what happened? So if
Yeah.
she didn't actually go and do her due diligence, in spite of her skepticism, she won't be where she is today, right?
Yeah.
So that's why I say drop that skepticism, take the action, come in and do your own due diligence, and then make an informed decision. Because another thing I find is sometimes people, they don't even get the whole scoop. They just based on some surface information, they just already make a conclusion. Why?
Yeah.
This is legit. This business we're presenting to you is legit. I just sent my tax documents to my accountant here in Fort St. John. She's working on my taxes right now that I'm going to pay to the Canadian government. So if it was a scam, we won't be here. We'll probably be locked up behind bars.
Mhm.
But we're
Yeah.
here talking freely on social media. So that should give you confidence, first of all, that is not a scam. And then in terms of whether it's going to work for you, well, I can confidently tell you that if it worked for me and if it's working for Evangeline, then why wouldn't it work for you? We're
Yeah.
all everyday moms, everyday ladies. We like what you like to. We like to have fun. We like to relax with our family. We also like to make money.
Yeah, right.
So if you're like us, it's time to hop on board, okay?
Yeah, you can have everything. Before you have to sacrifice something to get the other one,
Mm-hmm.
right? But now
Mm-hmm.
I've seen so many people in our community who's having it all, like everything.
Yes.
So yeah, and
Yes.
skepticism is okay, but at some point you have to take action, like research,
Exactly.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Gather as much
Mm-hmm.
information and then you make the decision. If it's not for you, that's why for me, I don't force anyone to. I share information and then I
Mm-hmm.
told them, watch the webinar first. And then if you tell me it's not for you, it's totally fine.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's not the right time yet, but it's
Yeah.
important that you take that first step, right? Okay,
Mm-hmm.
well, yeah. And so any last words for all our followers? And my main audience is definitely moms, but definitely this business can work for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Your main goal depends on how big your why is. You can make a really good living from this. And even if you're working still, try to have a
Mm-hmm.
side hustle, build this
Mm-hmm.
on the side, and maybe in 5 years, who knows, you can get earn five, six, 7 figures, right?
Yes, exactly.
So
Exactly.
yeah. So
So
any
you
last
asked
word?
for any last words? Yes, absolutely. I just want to encourage everyone who is watching, please drop whatever excuse you have that is preventing you from moving forward. Yes, I will tell you, this is not a get rich quick scheme in case you're looking for something that, sharp sharp, the way we say in Nigeria, we say sharp sharp, you start making money
Yeah.
like next week or next month. Don't have that kind of mindset coming in, because even the job that you have, right, you probably had to go through some training, when you first got there, or maybe you had to go through some schooling, before you started making money. So when it comes to an online business, it's not different in the sense that, oh, like right away, you're going to become a millionaire. No, that's not how it works. But don't let any excuses stand in your way. If you think you're busy, guess what? We have busy, busy people. Like,
Yeah.
I was busy when I started this too, because I was working full time. I just told you guys how
Yeah.
I was working 12-hour shifts, morning, night, weekend, holidays. But I was still able to create a little bit of time to work on this business. But also because of the automation that we have, it made it even perfect. So I didn't have to be online, 24/7. So in terms of being busy, and that's just me, right? I've seen people who are even busier than me. I've seen this mom she has a full-time job, she has 4 kids, she has, I think, 2 other side hustles, and then
Mm-hmm.
church officer, and I don't even know how she does it, but she does it. So there are people who are like fully, fully, fully busy, and they're
Mm-hmm.
still able to do this. So don't let the excuse of being busy be, the reason why you don't go ahead to start. And also, if you're thinking that, oh, this is one of those things where you have to go chasing people, bugging people, it isn't. It
Yeah.
isn't. You
Yeah.
absolutely don't need to do that. In fact, people are the ones that will be chasing you. That's what I like to tell people. People are
Yeah.
the ones who will be coming to you. Tell me, I want to start. Tell me more. How do I start? So don't worry. You don't have to be that pushy salesperson, because if it was that kind of business, I wouldn't
Mm-hmm.
be in it. Okay. I don't,
Yeah.
I never, never, ever wanted to be that person who is like always chasing people. So don't worry about that. And if you feel like you're not tech savvy or you don't have experience, don't worry. That's why we have a training that will guide you step by step, for you to know everything you need to know. Plus, you're going to have a mentor and a coach to guide you. So with all of these resources, the support, the automation that I talked about, the training, the mentoring, the fact that, you don't have to hold inventory like I was doing with my previous business, the fact that you don't have to be tech savvy and building websites, even like I did, it just makes it a win-win all around. And really, you have no excuses whatsoever why you shouldn't be doing this. If you're spending money online, shopping on Amazon, shopping on all these different online stores, why aren't you earning online?
Yes, that's such a great last words. That's so true. So yeah, for those of you who are looking into earning online, because you know what, learning an online skills, online marketing skills is so amazing these days, right? Because everything
Mm-hmm.
is doing online. So having to have this skill is very important. Like I said, keep your day job, but do this on the side if you want. You're stay-at-home mom. do this on the side so you can create another revenue of income for your family. So
Mm-hmm.
good thing is, yeah, we so part of this is we would love to invite you guys. For those of you who are watching this live or watching this on replay, we have a
Mm-hmm.
free webinar happening Tuesdays and Thursdays, 5 p.m. PST, 8 p.m. EST. So replays are also available. So if you guys can't make it on the live, you can just watch the replay, so you can get a general idea of what we do and hear some of the testimonies from some of our business partners as well, right? So
Yeah.
I'm so grateful again, Judy. Thank you so much to
Thank
you.
you too.
Like,
Thank you for having me.
no, thank you. You're such amazing and down to earth and such a great servant leader as well. I really look up to you. That's why I'm so
Oh, thank you so
surprised.
much. That's so
So
kind of you.
surprised when you
Thank you.
said yes. I said, "Oh my goodness." Okay, well, yeah. I know that you have your little one about to wake up soon, so I don't want to take so much of your time. But for those of you listening and watching this with us, I hope her story inspires you to take action, to take that leap of faith.
Mhm,
To take your, do your due diligence. So what it is online, it's such a craze right now. You've seen so many other ads online, but you have
mhm.
to make sure that you check which ones are legit, a scam, and if
Yes.
they provide mentorship and training just like we do, and we build the website for you too. So it's an all-in-one package.
Mhm.
Okay. So everyone, happy Sunday to you guys. Hope you
Happy
guys are having
Sunday.
a happy Sunday with your family and your loved ones. And thank you for tuning in. So God bless
Thank
you guys.
you.
Thank you, Judy.
Bye. Enjoy the rest of your week.